with another one. So like I said in my last video, I was gonna do my top 10 finds of 2024. And I'm gonna start off with a couple honorable mentions. So I picked this one up, oh man, this was early last year. Cinderella's Still Climbing. Now they have since just repressed it. I think you can still get it. This was very, very hard to find for a long time, but I was pretty happy to get it. And not a bad album if you're a Cinderella fan. I thought it was pretty good. And let's see, this actually probably should be on the list. I've been trying to get this album forever. And so there's kind of two different versions of this. You have the London Choir Boys, which is how I knew them, and then for some other reason they changed their name to just the Choir Boys. So I think this was the first one I picked up. I'm not sure. One of them, I don't know, one of them had a slight warp to it. So then I thought, well, I could try and fix it, but I want to make sure I have a good plain record. So I kept it anyways. I got a good deal on it, and like I said, this was still in the shrink with the hype sticker on it. If you've never heard of them, I wouldn't be surprised, because I don't even know if I'd call them a one-hit wonder, but their hit was 7 O'Clock and Hey You, I Don't Love You Anymore, and Whippin' Boy. Sleazy, bluesy rock. The singer, Spike, he sounds like Rod Stewart, but even more gritty, I guess. Really cool. I like it. Was lucky enough to see them way back in the day. But yeah, so check that out. It's not an easy one to find, and it's not cheap. So the third honorable mention is Gilby Clarke Pawn Shop Guitars. So if you're not familiar with Gilby Clarke, and I think I showed this one already, but he replaced Izzy Stradlin in Guns N' Roses, and most of this material that's on this album is from a band that I used to see him go playing in Hollywood called, what the hell were they called? The Blackouts. And I kind of thought it was a little over polished, but after listening to it now, I like it. It's a good album. It's hard to get. This was the music on vinyl, I believe. Yeah, I'm not sure if all their stuff is numbered, but this was $7.55. If that means anything to anyone. Okay, now we get into my top 10 finds. So this is Lagwagon Blaze, and I picked this one up in Vegas last year when I was doing so much work up there. And this is the blue one. I don't know if I'd say it's not my favorite Lagwagon album, but I don't think they've ever made a bad one. But this one I did not expect to find in the wild. But yeah, pretty cool album. Very happy to find it. Very surprised to find it. Now, the next one I'm going to show you, I had been looking for this one forever. And this was RANCID B-Sides and C-Sides. And I show this one as well. I picked this one up at Amoeba Records. This is the yellow version. There's a red, a blue, a yellow, a glow-in-the-dark white, and a kind of a pink one. Yeah, so I bought this last year, been looking for it for years, and like months later, they repressed it. And let's see, they repressed it, like I said, kind of a pink one. And then as of like a month ago, glow in the dark. And I believe you can still get this one if I would highly recommend this. And they all seem to go up in value, and being that this is glow in the dark, I'm surprised this is not sold out. It's pretty cool. Now I know a lot of people say glow in the dark records suck, they don't play well, but whatever. I mean, it's punk rock. I mean, it's not like you're listening to a mo-fi, but it's pretty good record. So the next record that I got to show you is Vain No Respect. And this is on Island Records. Again, very hard record to find. Very happy to find it. I don't think I paid a crazy amount of money for it, but not a cheap record. And some of these, like I said, were, well, I didn't, like I said, eBay finds, Amoeba, my favorite store down in San Diego. Speaking of San Diego, I wouldn't say this is a hard record, really hard record to find. I mean, you can find anything if you want to pay for it. But this one has special meaning to me. This was the Iron Maiden live in Mexico, Legacy of the Beast. And, well, if you really want to get technical, Knights of the Dead, Legacy of the Beast, live in Mexico, Mexico City. So that's the official name of the record. I picked this up on Father's Day when my two boys, we decided to go down to San Diego to the swap meet that we used to like to go to years ago. And with Father's Day money from them, I picked this up at a reasonable price. So definitely has a lot of meaning to me. And let's see, next on the list is another one that is pretty happy to find. And this is Guns N' Roses, LA Guns, Hollywood Vampires. And I picked this up the same time I picked up that Cinderella record, but I thought I'd just show it again because this is a hard one to find. This is the 3D one, came with the glasses. Can't remember if it, I believe it has, I'm not sure if it has a poster in it or not, but very happy to find that one. That was I wheeled and dealed on that one as well. So I'm sure if you've watched any of my videos, you know that I love Johnny Thunders, is what the intro was. And I collect everything that I can find. And most of it's all bootlegs at this point, and they're getting harder and harder to find. And this is, I can't even pronounce the name. It's Schittental. I'm not gonna butcher it. It's in Germany, how about that? The name is in German, the name of the record. And Schickend Tenzi, I'm sure that's not how it's pronounced, but live album from Germany, very hard to find. I've only seen this one other time, that was up in the Bay Area, and I kicked myself for not buying it then, but I have it, so I'm happy. And a little nudity that I blocked out. I'll probably get in enough trouble just playing the music, let alone showing that, but next on the list is The Dragons from San Diego. And this is on Impossible Records. Now I know I haven't shown this one before. The next 3 or 4 I have not shown before. I got this around the end of the year, and I don't think I showed this one. Pretty sure I didn't. But anyways, on Impossible Records. Very hard record to find. I found this on Discogs at a surprisingly cheap price. I mean, I've never seen this one come up on eBay before, and yeah, I was happy to get this. A bluesy rock band, pretty cool. Wouldn't say this is their best album, but it's pretty cool, pretty good. And straight out of Sweden, we have the Backyard Babies, Diesel and Power. And it's a gatefold, very flimsy sleeve, but again, this was another one I think I got off of Discogs at a very reasonable price, and very hard record to find. Very happy to find it, and give you an idea with the, nothing crazy, just black vinyl. I wouldn't say it to start off on this album. It is a good album, but total of 13. Check that album out if you want to check out Backyard Babies. They're punk, kind of a garagey punk. I don't know. Very cool. Nice guys. I've met them before too. Very cool band. And rarely do they come out to the States. I think they've only been out maybe 2 times that I know of. But now the next 2 records are probably my top finds. Top 1 and 2. I mean, these guys are tied. I've been trying to get this record forever. It is very hard to find and it is not cheap. And this is Placebo, One More with Feelings, singles from 96 to 2004. And it is a gatefold. I'm not sure I'm going to show these pictures. I don't know. I can't tell whether it's a guy or a girl. Let's just leave it at that. It's all their best songs in my opinion. Like I said, it's the singles, so I'll give you an idea. So here's one of the inner sleeves. But very, very hard record to find, not cheap. I did pay up on it. I think I paid just a little over $100, which in the grand scheme of things, it was not a bad price for this, let alone the condition. It's like minty fresh. And well, I mean, if you haven't listened to these guys, I would definitely check them out. I think some of the best songs on here are 36 Degrees. I don't know, man. Every one of these is good. The Bitter End, Pure Morning. That's not my favorite, but Bruised Pristine, Nancy Boy, Without You I'm Nothing. That's featuring David Bowie. Special K, Black Eyed. I mean, every song of these this is a banger of an album, as the kids would say. Okay, now we get to the finale. So I went to a record show in Orange County specifically to find this record from a different booth. I know he had it and I was going to try and do a little wheel and deal with him, but he raised the price on it. And then after looking at the record, the sleeve was just thrashed, and it's just like, I'm not paying that kind of money for this record. I want it, but I don't want it that bad. So I went to another table, and this guy kind of overheard me talking to my brother about it on the phone, and he pulls this out. But before I get to that, we're doing a lot of talking, and if you're familiar with Southern California, there was a record store called Moby Disc. So we got to talking about that and reminiscing the good old days, and he threw this in there because my brother and I used to love this store. But he used to work there, and he came across this record there. Wasn't really a fan, but he thought it was cool enough to keep. And this is Motley Crue on Leather Records, and this is the 3rd edition, and they all have the same picture, but I believe the first one has Motley Crue down here, and I think it's all in white. And then you have, hey, shh, that's the new puppy. That's part of the reason why I've been putting out videos. But, and this one was autographed by Tommy Lee, which kind of bummed me out because I already have this record when I was a kid, autographed by the whole band, not on Leather Records. But we came to agreement on a price, and but this is like a grail to me, these last 2, and just being that it's on Leather Records, and I can't remember if they embellished his hair, not so much here, but when I show you the next picture. Let's see. So I don't know, they photoshopped the picture and gave old Vince Neil a little bouffant hairdo, I guess. And from the story I heard, he wasn't too happy about it, but it is what it is. So that makes it another collector's item. And show you what the label looks like. It's, again, they changed from the 1st to 2nd to 3rd. So that's what the 3rd edition looks like. The vinyl is very, very clean, not a scratch on it. And let's see, the other thing, I don't know why this guy that's had it originally had a check written from Tommy Lee. This is a photocopy, I believe, but for $150 for a DJ of all things. Play through it in there. I don't know. Kind of cool, I guess. But so those are my top 10 finds. I hope you liked them. Hope you like the show. If you do, please like and subscribe and tune into my next videos. Thanks.